I would say viewer discretion advised. And welcome to Tectonic Traveler. I'm Darren. This is a clip here, see, and it's there for a reason. And I'll tell you, I mean, I'm not doing this to make you watch. I'll tell you during the video, but if you want to know, you can just look at the photo or in the description. I'll put it in the description. Here we go. We're heading to Skinny Dick's on the bike. Alaska. I'm going to a music festival, and I've been kind of saving this one. I mentioned one character that you're going to meet again in this story, or two actually. So I'm heading up to toward Fairbanks for a music festival, and I'm working up in Denali National Park. So got the bike packed up, with a couple other people, and they took off early. So I said I'll catch up, and I headed up, and but I left late. And it takes an overnight on a bike really, unless you're just really going. But I was loaded up for a music festival, so I planned on getting there, in 2 days or overnight. And I get up to this town, Nenana, which is about halfway. And I'm like, well, I'll camp here. But then I thought, well, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll go a little further, And I got up in these hills that are outside of Nenana on the way to Fairbanks, Alaska. Now, you can look this up. This is a real place. And I'm getting, I'm thinking I'm just going to stealth camp up in there, somewhere in the woods. Mosquitoes are pretty bad. And I get it, and I said, here I am. I'm getting up to this tourist spot. It's called Skinny Dick's, halfway in. And it's a, bar and some little cabins and stuff and a gift shop. And if you've been to Alaska and you've been on this route, you've probably been to Skinny Dick's. And you probably know what it says right here on my shirt already. And he has a lot of shirts. Okay, so I'll avoid a bunch of little stuff that happens before. So I wheel into Skinny Dick's parking lot, I'm like, I'll just stop and have a beer. Everybody does this. You stop and he gives you a free beer, a Rainier. Now, that's if he's seen you before or whatever. Well, I thought, well, maybe he'll remember me from the first time I had stopped in there by car. So I'm thinking, well, I'll stealth camp past Skinny Dick's tonight, stop in for a beer, and I'll get to the festival tomorrow. So I go on to Skinny's, and then he's an old guy, And now Skinny, let me give you a little background. He moved to Alaska and put up this place, bought the property outside of Fairbanks during the oil days, the pipeline days. And he was famous, Skinny Dick's. And it's the halfway point between Fairbanks, between the Fairbanks and the first original stop, Nenana, before the road was put through. So anyway, you can look up the history of Skinny Dick's, and I won't go into the history. And you can look up what it says here, and I'll tell you later. But, so I wheel into Skinny's, and there's a bunch of people in there. And so they're having an event, and I'll tell you what it is before I forget, is it's a square dancing, like a bluegrass thing going on. Just the locals. It's like a little local thing in the community. And Skinny, he's an old guy. And he has little rooms all around, with different, memorabilia and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I hung out and had a couple of beers, and I'm like, I guess I better get out of here, And Skinny's like, we're there. And it was getting dark now. In the summer, it's light all night. It was getting late and kind of dusky. Not a good time to be out when there's drunks on the road and stuff. So he goes, hey, Darren, why don't you just camp in the back here? Employees camp there and stuff. So, there was no one there that I could see. It was all grass in the back, and they're going to have their little festival that night. So I thought, well, he said, listen, it's going to be fun. Now, his wife is native Alaskan. He married her years ago. She has a little gift shop he made for her out in the front, Mabel. And Mabel's family is all local natives are going to be here. And then, all these classic Alaskan characters. And the guy, the hunter, the paraplegic hunter guy with no legs that I picked up hitchhiking, if you've watched my videos before, he's there, going to be there. And so I thought, well, yeah, I'll hang out. And he says, put your tent up in the back, and it'll be fun. You're welcome to join us. And I go, well, I'll probably just go to sleep, and off in the woods there a little bit. And so I set up my tent, and he said, hey, we're going to help yourself. Come over. We're going to have beaver soup and haggis. Now, he's Irish, and Mabel is native. So the beaver soup is kind of a native thing, believe it or not. And so you got the beaver soup, and then you got the Irish Skinny Dick. He's going to have haggis. Now, haggis, if I remember right, is like it's a goat or a sheep stomach lining filled with all this other garbage, like organs and stuff, and then baked in the oven, and oh my God. And so, like, I didn't really know this at the time, what they were serving. And, of course, there's, hot dogs and soda pops and all that kind of stuff. So there's a bunch of wild characters there, showing up, and I'm camping. And it was just really off the wall. So I'm there. Okay, well, the reason this is clipped, I'm going to go into it, is it's in the description, and it says a naughty word. And I don't want to get kicked off of here. So look in the description. And also, you can see it. Just fold the shirt. Or fold the paper and order a shirt from Skinny Dicks. I see another tent there, and I see like people showing up. So it's like this little music festival at Skinny Dicks, right? And now you put $1 on the wall in the bar, before I forget to tell you, and you sign it, and there's thousands and thousands of them. And so I went in again, put another $1 on the wall, came back out, and there's a ton of people. And then here it comes, like, come on over for the haggis. And now before that, what got weird is, like, I was hanging out around my tent, and there were, like, these other people, and then I'm, like, in that, all of a sudden I get a little whiff of some smoke, and, like, I pull a Bill Clinton, I didn't inhale it type of thing, and then all of a sudden, everything's getting weird, I didn't mean to do that. And people are, like, the weirdest character, I mean, not weird, but just off-the-wall Alaskan, all the way cool. Anyway, very interesting. Then I go to bed, and but there's still yeehaw, it's going on, man. And I kind of wake up, and now again, remember it's light all night. So here I am. It's getting light already at 3 a.m. So no one's gonna go to bed. And I hear all this like commotion outside my tent. I hear this noise, and I unzip my tent, and it's Nancy, the bartender, the bearded lady. Do you remember from my other video? Now, she works at the bar, so she's camping out. She's working the next day, right? And she's enjoying the festivities. And now, Nancy, if you weren't here in the other video about Nancy, known her for years. She's local. She likes to be prefers to be called the bearded lady. And like a big Alaskan style, And she is one tough individual. So Nancy's there, and I love Nancy, hanging out with Nancy. She's an old construction worker, too, and still up in Fairbanks area. So just a classic evening. There's, whoa, and I'm always just blown away when I see Nancy. And anyway, wow, what a trip. That was my night at Skinny Dicks. I never really went to sleep, I woke up, and actually I got a little sleep and then headed on to the music festival the next day. And anyway, well, if you enjoy these kind of wacky stories, stay tuned for more of these. Sometimes we have some mysteries. Sometimes we have some bike stuff. Tomorrow's bike day. All right, man. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.